Albin with Albin Co. bringing in the House Whisperer Show. It's the Ask the Expert Show. We are here to answer your questions. Call in now. The lines are open. The number to reach is 757-627-7979. Again, that number is 757-627-7979. Why call in? We want to help you guys with any problems you might have at your home right now, or intermittently, maybe you got a problem that only shows up during certain seasons, under certain conditions, and you just can't figure out why it just keeps happening. We'd like to try to help you solve that problem. Maybe some other callers our listeners will be able to help you with that. I mean, sometimes we've got callers that call and give us the answer to the question, but we're here to help you. It's a public service. We just homes talk to us, houses talk to us. We hear things that a lot of people don't hear, as far as what a squeak might mean, or what a certain noise from an AC unit might mean, or certain sounds coming from the crawl space, or it could be that it could be nonverbal communication. Sometimes we might see some cracks or something that are kind of telling a story. Or sagging floor system, or wet joists, or
doors this time of year.
Or doors. Who
knows the answer to that?
They may not be talking, but they're telling a story when we look at it. So we want to try to help you with those things, and we'd like for you to call in. Chuck Worley is the founder of the 757 House Whisperer Show. His company is Worley Home Services. They specialize in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, crawl space encapsulation, insulation, spray foam insulation, and they also do geothermal wells. These guys knock it out of the park in so many areas. They've got well-rounded individuals, but they also have very select individuals that are extremely talented in one area of that, and they can handle those even more complicated tasks that maybe a plumber or an electrician or crawl space guy might need. They're kind of above board when it comes to servicing things. So they can either come in and look at everything, or they can come in and really dial in and kind of look at specific problems that your house might be having in a very specific area. My name is Albin with Albin Co. We specialize in remodels, and we're doing a lot of kitchens right now. It's always fun to see customers get excited about what's going on in their kitchen, as they, maybe not so excited when we tear it apart, but very excited when they start seeing things go in. They start making the selections. They get all giddy, and it's just a fun time, and we really enjoy it. I got a team that just loves doing it and loves the results and loves hanging out with the people and making good memories. I'd like to introduce Jack Keller with Legacy Painting. Hey, Jack, if you're listening, he is our resident paint expert. He does interior, exterior painting. He does drywall touch-ups. He will come out and do, I think he does soft wash. I don't think it's a hard wash, but he'll do soft wash on the exterior of the house, get everything prepped for the paint on the outside, handle what he has to do out there. And he does a fantastic job. He's really working hard at putting a core team together that can service your needs in your interior paint and exterior paint needs, even at your decks. Cindy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Cindy Rao, owner-operator of Alpha Pest Solutions, full-service termite and moisture company. We have offices on the peninsula and in Smithfield as well. We service down to the Carolina border, out past Petersburg, up past Richmond, past Matthews, past Saluda. So if you're in the 757 listening area, I can get to you. We do everything from termites to moisture to pest control. We do understructure repairs. We do sump pumps, dehumidifiers, moisture barriers. We do all of that, and anything that creeps and crawls.
Awesome.
And I also want to introduce Michael Davenport. He can't be with us here tonight. Michael Davenport is one of the partners in CVP Custom Windows and Doors. So if you're looking to change out your windows, or have a special different look in a door or something that you want, give Mike a call. He is the only company in this area that manufactures in this area. So he manufactures these windows and doors in Newport News. So you're not waiting a year to get it from across the water somewhere. And I won't name any countries, but it's all local here. And Mike will do a great job for you.
He's also expanding out to the Richmond area, and
Yes,
you might have mentioned that. I don't know, but yeah, he's doing some tremendously good. He's got a lot of stuff going on, and he's a really nice person. And they got a well-rounded team, and yeah. So again, the number to reach, call in 757-627-7979. You call in regardless of whether you're just calling in to say hey, or you got a question, or you got an answer to one of our trivia questions that we're going to be bringing up right now. You're going to get a gift card, and that gift card is going to come from our sponsor, Column 15. Column 15. They serve great coffee here in the Hampton Roads in the Williamsburg area and Newport News at their 2 locations. You'll get a card and be able to use that card at either one of those locations. Again, that's Column 15. Thank you for supporting us. We are here. Why do we exist? We are here to help you guys answer questions. Again, if you call in, you're not only answering a question for yourself, or should we say, we're not only answering the question for you, you're answering it for other people that just don't want to call in, don't have the ability to call in, but they're listening. And we'd like to help you troubleshoot the situation. And if we can't figure it out, we are going to send out one of the experts from the show to come and look at what's going on and investigate the situation that's going on at hand. And so call in. Here is our trivia question. We were kind of scrambling around trying to figure out, okay, what is it that we can get some people interested in calling in and talking about certain things. And I was asking Cindy, and here's my question to her, and I want you guys, the listeners, to answer this question. We're not going to answer it for you. What are the 3 things you think Cindy with Alpha Pest Solutions, what Cindy recommends that should be done at almost every house inspection she does? What are the 3 top things that she recommends to the customers to get done almost every time she does a house inspection? I'm just kind of curious what people will come up with that. Maybe they'll, since we're talking bugs, maybe they're just going to concentrate on that. But I will give a small hint. It may not all be bug related.
Right.
In the end, it probably is, but the answer is not going to have the word bug in it.
Right.
Unless you have a long conversation about it, I guess. But anyways, so Cindy, you were telling me there was a snake story you wanted to tell me about.
Snake story, yeah. So we're working on a house in Smithfield, and we did some repair work under there and pulled out, repair work, moisture barrier, repaired some ductwork. She had a HVAC company come in and replace some ductwork. So last thing to do was to pull the insulation out and then to go ahead and do the treatments. Need a fungus treatment, termite treatment. So, and my guys were in there pulling out the insulation. They got the insulation outside of the crawl space. And one of the guys was like, something bit me. Yeah, something bit me. And he gets to looking, and it was a snake. Now, my guys didn't kill one snake. They killed 9 snakes. And then after they killed 9, these snakes were inside the insulation. So they pulled it out in the strips. You've seen them when they go in. They pulled out the strips and they were inside the insulation. So they didn't know they were in there.
Yeah, they'll nest in that stuff.
Yes, they will. This is why people say get the insulation out. It's a harboring spot.
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
So there was about 20 or 30 more snakes that were bagged up and gotten rid of. But so altogether there was between 30 and 40 snakes in that crawl space.
Snake hotel, huh?
Yeah, and I had spent a good 2 full days in that crawl space working. I didn't see that
they were so you had 20 sets of eyes just staring you down every time you came in, or should I say they just kind of slithered back into their homes when you showed
up? But when folks start talking to you about removing your insulation, and I know Chuck harps on that pretty good too, but they are absolutely harboring spots for snakes, rats, Mice and any other kind of bug you can think of.
Yeah, you probably get a little bit complacent as many crawl spaces you go in, but I'm still, every time I take and stick my head in, I'm like, okay, look around, look at your surroundings. What is staring me down?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I do when I get in a crawl space. I go into a crawl space and I'm talking and I'm laughing and I'm making a bunch of noise, and I can't tell you how many times that I have had a snake lift its head up, look at me, and go the opposite direction. Like, what is that coming in here? Because I'm noisy.
Says, yeah, no, I don't want to encounter with you. I will tell you this. We were working on this one house out in Southampton County years ago. I think it's been, about 10 years ago. And a couple guys had to go underneath there. We were doing some structural repair and all that stuff. And they came out of there like a bolt of lightning.
What they find?
And they had a skunk staring them down.
You can see anything.
I think they were yelling at me like, there's a skunk in here, and I said, back up.
Yep.
You do not.
You don't want to be sprayed.
Do not want to be sprayed in the face, because usually you're on your belly. If you're seeing them, that means your body's not between them and you. So the only thing is like right directly in view is your face. And it won't take but a second for them to light you up.
And they will absolutely do it. Yeah.
So I don't remember how we got rid of that thing, but he apparently had a nice little home under there, and we had to disturb it. And for those that are listening, if you think it's nice, he's not really doing any damage, those things will do some damage.
Oh yeah.
They will dig holes underneath your foundation and wreak havoc on it. So if you think that you're doing yourself a favor by feeding
any wild
animals, they are probably taking up residence somewhere. What do we call it? Squatting. They're squatting.
Right. They're not paying rent. So.
They're not paying rent, and you're feeding them.
Yeah.
They don't. You need to be sure to kind of keep them out of your house. They are quite capable of living on their own. They don't need your help.
Right.
I'm not saying to, I would say the best thing to say is relocate them, find somebody to relocate them so they can be a part of an environment that doesn't require.
Some animals can be relocated. Some, if you call one of these agencies, they put them down.
Yeah.
So like coyotes and foxes and stuff like that, they won't relocate.
Yeah. Well, coyotes are a nuisance animal, and I think they're nuisance animals are typically invasive species, and I don't. And correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody can call in if you're listening and you're an expert in that area, but I do believe, Damien, you know anything about that?
Let me look it up.
Yeah. So, Damien, he's out, and he's got a lot of country land around him. He keeps up with that stuff. And I thought maybe I'm bouncing it off of him, but I don't know. I just know that if it's a nuisance animal, it's definitely not in the endangers list, and they definitely can wreak some havoc on some stuff. So, and what did the other one you mentioned?
So I know the coyotes are correct, because I got a call one time to that a one had babies in like an apartment complex over in Hampton.
Yeah.
And they said, can you come get it? And I'm like, well, I'm not licensed to do that type of animal. That you have to have a special license to the Department of Game and Inland Fisheries. And they cannot be relocated. It would euthanize the mother and all the babies.
And most of the licenses probably have to do with transporting livestock or whatever. And, you have to be licensed in that.
Certain things that you have to do, and so many miles you have to take them, that sort of thing. And then it's trapping them and all that. And I don't have time for all that.
Well, talking about transporting, I thought I'd bring this up. I thought it'd be kind of comical. I said, I was going to ask you, do you have a license to transport all the dirt that you carry out of the crawl spaces? Because you're in crawl space all the time. You're coming in here and you were saying, I think it took me 20 times to wash my hands to get all the dirt off.
Still not clean.
So you got a license to carry that dirt, woman.
Yes, I do.
So, but no, she's down in there all the time getting stuff done. And, those that are listening that have nice crawl spaces that are encapsulated
They're
and all
not
that.
all like that.
Those are not the ones she's spending most of her time
Nope.
in. So, she's going into some pretty rough places, helping out people. This woman has a passion to help people, and she is knocking it out of the park in that area. Just not enough time in the day for her to serve you guys.
No,
So
there's not. But I can tell you this: I've made many exceptions and done services and inspections on weekends because I just couldn't get to it during the week. So
yeah,
all my inspections are free. So if y'all have something going on and you want to know second opinion, I went to do one of my restaurants yesterday, and one of the odors had a company, and I'm not going to say who they are, come in and take a look at doing some repair work for him. And he said, I gave them a $36,000 deposit. I'm like, oh, I have a deposit of $36,000.
wow.
So I'm going to look at his house Saturday morning, first thing before he goes off, and he's the chef at this restaurant. So, I mean, he's a good guy, makes good money and everything, but $36,000 as a deposit?
Yeah, you gotta wonder.
You gotta,
Yeah, it would be nice to probably get a second.
That's what
Look
I
at
told
that
him.
and see.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are times where I run thin crawl space and like I don't see how house is holding up at all.
Yep.
But
Yep.
then you get those numbers and you're wondering if that's really the case for that particular situation.
Yeah. And this guy lives
whatever.
like 5 minutes from where I live, and I'm like, I don't
okay.
think that you have that sort of problem, but I'm gonna come look. And
You said
no
it was
charge.
a house.
The house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we're here again, waiting for you. Lines are open 757-627-7979. Give us a call. Get a free gift coffee card from Column 15. They're located in Williamsburg, Newport News. They serve great coffee there, and they're helping out.
Call in and see if you can stump us.
Yeah. I'd like to hear.
I challenge you to do
maybe it's an overheating issue. Why is my unit not working? Maybe it's something to do with why is my floor spongy?
Why don't my doors close?
Why do I have mold
Now.
around around every register in my house? Or it could be any of those questions. I've got drywall cracks in places that I
funky
just like
smells.
funky smells. I don't know, but or you're going to go tackle a project soon and you may have some technical questions about selections of products that we might be able to steer you in the right way or answer right here on the air, and you can help other people. But again, we service the 757-804 area here in the Hampton Roads and the surrounding areas. Some people maybe travel slightly further than others, depending on, what it is that they're doing. But, we're covering quite an area. So if you're listening right now and you're in the 757-804, or you're listening beyond and you want a question answer, we'll help you even then.
That's right.
We just may not
Doesn't
be able to
matter.
get you by car. So, but we'd love to hear from you. Again,
Right.
that number is 757-627-7979. And we are here to help you. What type of snake was that?
King snake. So
King snake.
yeah. So I had my guy take one with him to the ER just to be sure, because they sent me pictures, and oftentimes when people send me pictures, lighting is everything. So I wasn't real sure about the markings on them, because it just on how it was, the picture that was taken. I said, just be sure, let's take him and the snake too.
Interesting. I've never seen a king snake, so that's.
I got pictures of him. I'll show them to you.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I'm just trying to pull it up on my phone right now. I think when we go over break go to break, we will. But let's kind of recap here. We got a second before we go to break. My name is Albin with Albin Co. We specialize in renovations. We do a ton of kitchens right now. We'll do baths. We'll do whole house renovations, new construction. We even do commercial work for those that might be listening. But Chuck Worley, he is the founder of the 757 Ask the Expert show, and his company is Worley Home Services. He specializes in HVAC, electrical, plumbing, crawl space encapsulation, spray foam insulation, and he also does geothermal wells. And then I would like to introduce Jack Keller with Legacy Painting. He's knocking it out of the park with interior, exterior painting. Highly specialized crew of individuals that know what they're doing in the paint world. Yeah, some really cool people there.
And so I want to introduce Michael Davenport with a CVP Custom Windows and Doors. He's your guy. He's your go-to guy if you're going to do new windows or doors at your home. So give him a call. He does specialty things too, and he manufactures in Newport News. And I am Cindy Rao with Alpha Pest Solutions, the only woman you know with a license to kill.
We are going to go to break. Lines will still be open. Get in line. 757-627-7979 is the number to call.
Pick up the phone. Call us.
Give us a call. We're going to break. We'll be right back. It's Albin with Albin Co. bringing in the Ask the Expert show. We are here tonight to answer your questions. The lines are open. Call in now. The number to reach is 757-627-7979. That's 757-627-7979. We have a caller on the line. We're going to take him in a second. We're going to go through a small introduction, and we're going to get right to your question, Bob. Please hold on. Again, my name is Albin with Albin Co. I specialize in remodels. We do kitchens, baths, whole home renovations, exterior decks, additions, and even new construction homes. Chuck Worley is the founder of the show. His company is Worley Home Services. He specializes in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, crawl space encapsulation, insulation, spray foam insulation. He even does the I always kind of get stuck on this, it's wells, but it's geothermal wells, which is kind of couples with his HVAC work. And then there is Jack Keller with Legacy Painting, knocking it out of the park with paint, whatever you need, whatever paint needs you need for interior, exterior decks, staining, interior stain, exterior stain. He'll help you out. He does soft wash and also does drywall, small drywall repair work to kind of prep behind any paint he needs to do.
Now I'm Cindy Rao, owner operator of Alpha Pest Solutions. We're full service termite and moisture company. We also do inspections when you're buying and selling your home. So if you're getting ready to put your house on the market and you want to know if there's going to be any ahas when somebody comes in to buy your house, give us a call. We do those inspections are free. So we're happy to come out and take a look at things and tell you what, if anything, needs to be done. Also want to introduce Michael Davenport. He's one of the partners in CVP Custom Windows and Doors, specializing in special windows and doors, customized special windows and doors for your home. So if you're looking to put in new windows or new doors, give him a call. He can take care of you. His windows and doors are manufactured right here in Newport News, and he's happy to serve you.
Going back to the trivia question, if you answer the question or call in, you're going to get a coffee card from Column 15 on the house. They serve up a mean cup of coffee. They have locations in Williamsburg and in Newport News. The question of the day here, if you had Cindy come out, what do you think the three questions that she most commonly or should I say the three things she recommends that she most commonly recommends when she does house inspections? Please call in, maybe give it a shot. We have Bob White on the line from Williamsburg. He has a question about his house. Hey, Bob, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you are.
Yes, sir.
I have a plumbing question. I'd like to tell you the two symptoms and see if you can give me some idea what it might be. The first symptom is whenever we flush a toilet or use the washing machine or the dishwasher, the power of the water fails all over the house. And the second symptom is the washing machine is right next to the water heater. And when I use the washing machine, there's this, it's almost like a shrieking sound in the pipe that's going up to the water heater. Now, I don't know if they're related or not.
Okay, so just a couple questions to maybe get a full picture of what's going on there. Are you on city sewer and water, or do you have a septic and a well?
No, we're on county water.
County water, and then you have county sewer.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, all right. And you're saying when you go back over that again, you said when you flush the toilet, you lose water pressure throughout the house? That's
correct. It's the water still runs, but just very, very weakly.
Well, my initial thought is I'm wondering if you just have all around have a drop in pressure because you have a leak between your house and the water cutoff. Do you have any spots in the yard where you've all of a sudden noticed that's just really green and out of control?
No, and some years ago, we had a huge water bill and discovered there was a leak between the meter and the house, and we had that replaced with one of these things that tunnels under the ground. And
okay, so they just ran a new line and did
that's pretty secure.
All right, so that doesn't mean that you're still bulletproof. You could still have a water leak, but the next question I would have is, how long has this been going on, and have you had another high water bill?
No, I haven't had a high water bill, and it's been going on for maybe a month and a half.
Okay, long enough to where you would have seen a high water bill. So,
probably.
Well, but how often do you get your water bill? Isn't it like 2 months?
It's every month.
Every month?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we get one from the county for the water and from Hampton Roads for the sewer.
I'm kind of at a loss right now. I don't know what would cause you on city water to have a loss in water pressure.
Can he get those companies will come out and check from the street to the house and make sure it's not them?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to send you to Chuck and have him call you, have his company call you to figure out.
Let me tell you one other thing. I turned off the water in the house and then went out to the street to check the meter, and it was not turning.
It wasn't spinning. Okay, well that's good news. That means at least to your house that you don't have a leak. The next thing I would try is don't when you said turn it off, you cut the valve off to the house?
I turned the valve that supplies the house.
Okay, so what did you look at the meter before you turn that off when nobody's using the water to see if it's running?
Yeah, I looked at it. Let me think here.
So without turning the main cut off to the house, did you go out there and look at it and tell everybody in the house don't use the water, and then look to see if it's spinning?
Wow, I can't remember if I did that or not.
Well, you may want to try that.
Sure.
That was a really good idea for you to do that. Those that are listening, hey, be sure that if you've got something like this going on, to do what he just recommended. Cut off the water to the house, check the meter. Cut the water back on the house, but don't use the water anywhere else. See and look at the meter. Those type things.
And then even leave it on and have somebody flush the toilet or something to see what happens then.
But Bob, we're gonna have to we got your number. We're gonna scratch your head on this one. Talk to Chuck about it. get Chuck's team to call you and talk to you about it. I think you had 2 questions there. Did we was there a second question there? I don't remember.
No, I had a question a couple of months ago, but y'all couldn't answer it. It
Wow.
had to do
Twice now.
for 2.
So
had to do with the tree.
oh yeah.
Call about some bugs. I can answer that.
Yeah, well,
Or snakes or anything.
yeah. Well, Cindy's very experienced with snakes, as far as
Yep.
I've heard recently. So, she
It's a
had
snaky year.
yeah,
We had one that got in the kitchen. Had to take it back out.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
I've seen so many snakes this year. This is the snakiest year I've ever had.
wow, that's crazy. Well,
Mhm.
Bob, thank you for calling in. We're going to get you connected with an expert that might be able to answer your question. And we'll get that coffee card out from column 15. You have a good night.
Thanks for calling
Enjoy
in.
your show. Take care.
Thank you. Linda with Chesapeake, she's on the air. She has a question for Miss Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. How you doing?
Peachy, how are you?
I'm good. I wanted to call in because I've heard some little foot things on my floor vents in the last couple of weeks. Well, not the last couple of weeks, but a couple of weeks before that. But I haven't heard it since.
Okay.
And I don't smell anything bad, and I had new ductwork down there, and it's been encapsulated. And I haven't heard him anymore. Well, that's what I call him, a him. But I haven't heard what's going on anymore. So what do you think that could be?
Well, that could be a variety of things. It could be a mouse. It could be a rodent, or it could be something else too. It could
be a her too.
It could be a her. It's probably her running away from him. You know how that works. But I mean, I've seen cats in crawl spaces. It could be a bunch of different things. But I tell you what I can do, Linda. I'm happy to come out and take a look in your crawl space for you, see if I see any droppings, and it could be the geckos, the lizards. I mean, there's all kinds of different things it could be. But I mean, if you want and you've left your information, I'm happy to come out.
Well, I would also add, you had mentioned that you recently had some duct work done. You have any high moisture in the house right now? You feel like the ducts are doing what they're doing, or do you feel like it didn't resolve the issue, or there's a new problem from that?
Bought this house. It was built in 70. So when I bought the house, I had, 3 years later, I had brand new duct work in, and E.T. Lawson. I know they're not in business anymore, but that's who did it. And they were wonderful. They did everything they were supposed to do. So,
how long ago was that, Linda?
What's that?
How long ago was that you bought the house?
Almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
It was when COVID was.
Okay.
So it was probably 2020.
Okay.
But there's no insulation underneath there at all either.
Good.
So it looks really clean. But like I said, about a month and a half ago, even my dog was looking at the vent on the floor going, what is that noise? And I'm like, I don't know.
So my experiences on that, and I had a recent experience on this, is I was actually reviewing a house that needed some structural repair. And so as I was underneath there, I always kind of look around and see, okay, are the ducts in good shape? Is the joist in good shape? Is there any evidence of termites? So, because, I'm already down there, so I'm looking at all these things. But of course, my main focus is the structure. But as I'm exiting the house, I see a basketball-sized hole in the duct line coming from the unit outside. I'm going to do the right thing and tell them, say, look, you got it. You're actually air conditioning the outside right now. Your duct, your crawl space is colder than inside
in your house.
I said, have you experienced a high energy bill lately? Moisture problems in the house? Has the humidity been higher? And of course, then the first thing I said, I can do the structural repairs, but the first thing you do is take care of that hole in your duct.
Yeah, I got to fix the problem.
Not only were you servicing the outside, but the critters can come right into the ductwork and they got a nice little air conditioned tunnel where they can get all the way to your registers and make those noises you're talking about. It could be if you have a package unit on the outside, that the unit outside may have a rusty hole or some way that they can get in. So I'm just not saying that whoever recently serviced your unit or did that didn't do it right, but those things can fail.
Yeah.
And the reason why I was asking whether you have high humidity in your house is because that could be a sign. Your high energy bill might be another sign. So if you're having some weird symptoms go on and you can't figure out, just can't set that thermostat right, and you can't get what you're expecting get out of your unit, that would be my first thought. And the sound of feet in your ductwork kind of indicates you got a hole somewhere. You got to get it plugged, and your house will thank you, and your energy bill will go down, and you'll thank yourself for taking care of that.
Yep. But we'd be happy to come out and take a look at it for you, Linda, and make those suggestions.
I mean, Cindy can knock you out 2 birds with one stone right there. She can get underneath there and look at that.
My information tomorrow. Is that okay?
I'm sorry?
Yeah. So you definitely, I think they took your information down.
Yes.
I don't know how all that works, but yeah, you definitely, she'll reach out to you. You guys can exchange numbers. You're going to get a coffee card from column 15. And we do thank you for calling in. Is there any other questions that you have about your house? Are you, how old did you say it was?
Actually, it was built in 1970, and it's been great. There's a brand new roof on it. It's brick. It's got, good windows, and everything's good so far.
Good. That's good news.
You got 1970s. You got a nice pink bathroom.
Now I have a pink door.
Oh, you got a pink door. Okay. Well, that pink is coming back in, I think,
Everything comes back around.
Everything's retro. Everything's retro.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks again for calling in.
I'll be in touch with you, Linda.
And
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda. Have a good night. So so again, you never know whose question somebody else might have another question and they just don't want to answer it. Maybe we just helped a bunch of people out there. People like Linda calling in saying, hey, I got this question. The reality is there's probably 100 people out there with the same question saying, I hear footprints, or my dog keeps staring at the register and the floor. Well,
it could be 100 things.
You shouldn't ignore it. You probably need to go ahead and kind of look at it. We're gonna take a small break. This is Albin with Albin Co. We got Chuck Worley with Worley Home Services, and Jack with Legacy Painting.
Michael Davenport with CDP Custom Windows and Doors. And of course, I'm the only lady on the show, and I'm Cindy Rao with Alpha Pest Solutions.
Yeah, call us in. The lines are open, 627-7979. We'll be right back. With Albin Co. bringing in the Ask the Expert show. Chuck Worley is the founder of the 757 Ask the Expert. We only have a couple minutes here, so we're going to kind of reintroduce ourselves at the end of the show. If you are calling in right now, we may not be able to get to you, but you can reach us at 757-955-9415. That's by text or call. That's 757-955-9415. That's a 24/7 number. Feel free to use it. We have Greg in Chesapeake. He has a question about the optimal moisture. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Greg.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for calling in.
Good. One of the things that I've got my crawl space all, tile and P-rock and drainage and all that's done. I'm getting about 60 on my dehumidifier. When I put plastic in, what am I looking for as far as a moisture level inside the crawl space.
So if we're talking about your humidity rate, that ought to be 55 to 60 is perfect. If we're talking about what the moisture content in the wood is, that's another thing. So you can get a meter somewhere, Lowe's, Home Depot. Your moisture reading in the wood right now should be no more than about 20 to 22%. After that, we talk about fungus beginning to develop and then wood rot. So this time of year, and it's the hot time of year, so it might be a little bit elevated. If it gets a little bit elevated and you think, oh, it's 24%, you can call me and I'll talk you through it and see, what we've been having going on, so that you don't have to go out there and, have somebody come. But 22%, that's perfect this time of year.
Well, right along that line, and this is related to your question, Greg, 60% humidity in the crawl is really good. So
Yes,
my question would be is if you got 60% in your and you have elevated moisture in the lumber after you had long periods of time at 60% humidity, what's going on? Like what would cause that? I mean, because 60 is a good number. Right?
When I first started out, I had like 80% moisture in there.
Okay.
And it was horrible. I mean, I had mold, I had rot, I had wet wood, you name it. So as soon as I got the P-Rock and all the tile in and drained the crawl space, and I threw a dehumidifier in there. April Air was the brand name. I spent $2,000 on that thing, and I turned that thing on. And I let it run. It's run constantly, keeping the moisture down for about 6 months now. And it brought it down all the way to 60. And the mold started dying, and wood started drying, and the dirt started turning to dust. And so I'm going in the right direction, but I still have not put the vapor barrier down yet. So that was going to be my next.
We're running low on time here. We got to end the show, so we're going to have to cut you short, and I apologize for that. We will talk to you off air. We do appreciate your input. You will get a coffee card from Column 15. So we are rolling out right now, and this is the 757 Ask the Expert show. Please give us a call off air, 757-955-9415. Have a good night.
This program is sponsored and paid for by Worley Home Services, whose entirety is